folks. Welcome back to Derek Doesn't Mind, the only podcast where a washed-up roadie/chimp explains rock history more accurately than your high school music teacher. This is episode 8, Story Time with Derek. Today's first story, I'm setting the record straight about Kurt Cobain's Jag Stang. Yeah, that weird-looking Fender that looks like a Strat and a Mustang had a baby during an earthquake. Everyone thinks Kurt designed it. He didn't. He stole it from me. So picture it, 1992. I'm in Seattle, hanging around some dingy dive where everyone smells like rain and Teen Spirit. Nirvana were headlining, and I was there on official Sick Records business, trying to sell pirated bootlegs of the Smiths on cassette. Anyway, Kurt's backstage, doodling on a napkin. He's like, man, I wish my Mustang had the power of a Jag. And I, in my infinite wisdom and 3-beer confidence, say, man, just jam the two together. Call it a Jag Stang. Boom! Innovation. He laughed. I laughed. Then I fell off a speaker stack and blacked out. Fast forward 6 months. Fender's releasing a Kurt Cobain-designed hybrid guitar. And I'm sitting there, holding a half-eaten banana, screaming at Rolling Stone. Where's my credit? Where's Derek the Monkey? Consultant? Visionary? Muse? Nothing. Not even a special thanks. I remember calling Fender customer service and trying to explain. Listen, love, I'm the one who said Jag Stang. I deserve royalties, or at least a t-shirt. They put me on hold for 45 minutes. When they came back, they offered me a keychain. A keychain. That was my legacy. A bottle opener shaped like a guitar I invented while eating a stolen banana in a Seattle back alley. And I'll say this, if Kurt were still around, he'd back me up. He was a top bloke. We bonded over distortion pedals and hating Coldplay before it was cool. The night he played that first Jag Stang live, he gave me a nod from stage. That was our secret. The nod that said, yeah, Derek, you beautiful idiot. You were right. So whenever you see that offset monstrosity, just remember, it wasn't born from Fender's labs. It was born from chaos, caffeine, and my half-baked idea to glue guitars together in a motel room. I'm not bitter. I'm just historically undercredited. Now, today's second story is a controversial one. I've had people say, Derek, there's no way you were the reason Dave Grohl picked up the drums. And to that I say, shut your mouth and open your ears, because this one's 100% true. It was 1984. Washington, D.C. I was touring with a local punk band called the Rabid Mangoes. They paid me in cigarettes, expired beer, and exposure. And one night, this shaggy-haired teenager wanders into the gig. Skinny arms, leather jacket too big for him, eyes full of caffeine and rebellion. That kid was Dave Grohl. I'm behind the bar, not drinking, mind you, collecting tips I wasn't owed. When the drummer of the Mangoes passes out mid-set, absolute carnage, I leap on stage because someone's got to save punk rock. Now, I'd never technically played drums before, but I had rhythm. I was raised around vinyl and chaos. That's percussive energy, man. So I grab the stick, start pounding like I'm fighting Godzilla with cymbals. The crowd goes feral. Beer flying, amps smoking. I accidentally hit the snare so hard it cracked. I didn't stop. I became the snare. After the show, this scrawny kid comes up, eyes wide, hands shaking. He says, man, that was incredible. I didn't know you could play like that. I tell him, kid, you don't play drums. You argue with them until they respect you. He nodded. Then he disappeared into the night, probably to practice that exact argument for the next 30 years. Next thing I know, that same kid's in Nirvana, and people are calling him the best drummer of his generation. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in a Brisbane record shop, banned from 3 pubs, and still waiting for my royalty check from Smells Like Teen Spirit. People ask if I'm bitter. Number, not bitter. Sour, rhythmically underappreciated. I like to think every time Grohl smacks that crash cymbal, somewhere deep down he hears my voice yelling, hit it harder, Dave. The kid's judging you. Now, for this last story, I take you deep into rock history's most misunderstood moments, mainly because I caused most of them. Today, I'm telling you about the time I inspired Tom Morello's iconic guitar sound. Yeah, that sound. The one that goes wee-ow like a robot screaming into a megaphone. That's me, baby. So, rewind to 1991. I'm in LA, crashing in a rehearsal studio because technically I didn't have a house, but I did have a backpack full of banana peels and bad ideas. Rage Against the Machine were just starting out. Tom Morello's there, polite bloke, all Harvard brain, but his guitar sounded like, I don't know, a calculator with stage fright. He's noodling away, trying to make some noise, and I'm sitting behind an amp, half drunk on banana rum, thinking, this man needs chaos. So what do? I grab an old record player tone arm, duct tape it to his guitar, and start scratching the strings like it's a turntable. Tom's screaming, Derek, you're gonna break it. And I'm like, man, it's art. It's supposed to sound broken. He stares at me like I've just invented fire. Then he grabs the guitar and starts doing it back. Click, scratch, dive bomb, feedback. The whole room sounds like a UFO crashing into a riot. Everyone's cheering and I'm yelling, call the band Rage Against the Machine because this thing just fought back. A week later, I hear them recording. Every track's full of those robotic squeals and weird DJ noises, and I'm thinking, hold on, that's my move. So I pop my head in and go, hey, Tom, great sounds, man. You owe me a banana crate's worth of royalties. He laughed. I didn't. To this day, whenever I hear Killing in the Name, I get emotional. Not because of the message, because that's my feedback tone in there. The wee-ow bit, that's Derek energy. People talk about Tom like he's some kind of alien genius, and he is. But I'm the chimp who showed the alien where to land. He calls it innovative guitar technique. I call it trying to reattach a cable with my teeth. Different vocabulary, same history. So yeah, Rage owes me a lifetime supply of wah pedals and one slightly singed guitar strap. But it's all good. Derek doesn't mind. I've got the satisfaction of knowing that somewhere out there, every time a kid tries to make their guitar sound like a fax machine, they're actually honoring me, the original feedback prophet. Next week on Derek Doesn't Mind, the night I accidentally replaced the bassist from Tool and nobody noticed. Stay loud, stay weird, and for God's sake, don't lend me your gear. Derek out. Stay salty. We're off the air, right, Gary? I'm gonna text Courtney and remind her she still has a bunch of my records. Right. Okay. Focus, Derek. You're not gonna sound desperate. You're gonna sound cool. Just a normal, mature, post-breakup message. Hey, Courtney, hope you're good. No. That's too weak. Sounds like I'm auditioning for The Bachelor. Maybe. Hey, Courtney, just listening to Hole and thinking? Nope. Number. That's a trap. That's like lighting a cigarette next to a jerry can. Okay. Hey, Court. Nah. Can't say court. She hates that. Says it sounds like court order. Fair point, actually. Hey, Courtney. Remember the Vespa? Yeah. That's smooth, nostalgic, human, except she'll remember the Vespa caught fire outside the Viper room. Delete. Oh, Christ, she's typing. Wait, number. That's just Uber Eats. All right, new plan. Honesty. Women love honesty. Courtney, I know I messed up when I tried to cook romantic spaghetti and set the curtains on fire, but you have to admit the smoke machine vibe was kind of rock and roll. Yeah, that's it. That's vulnerable and self-aware. Sends message. Done. I'm an idiot. I should have sent a meme. Everybody loves memes.